In the second video, we had a chance to look at some ways to do tapping so that it's even more powerful. And the first one was by looking at a scale of 1 to 10. How much pain or how much anxiety am I feeling from this issue? So going back to Mary in the original video, if she heard about water, that would score a 9 or a 10. If you don't like going out shopping for Christmas presents in the mall, that might be a 4. So the whole point was, as part of becoming sophisticated in learning our emotions, we wanted to be able to look at a scale so that we can determine where we are, and then immediately after that we would set the goal that what I want to do is to reduce that to 0. That's always the goal, so figure it and reduce it. Now here's something else I didn't put in the last tape that is so important to know. When you do tapping and when you go through this, you very often forget that you ever had an issue. I've had people come in and talk to me and say, Harv, I've got this huge issue, it's bugging me, I can't move forward, can you help? And we'll do a couple of rounds of tapping, and then they'll turn around and say, I don't even know why I came here, it's really not that big a deal, I'm sorry I bothered you. And I'm sitting there shaking my head saying, you were almost trembling when you came in. So one of the other reasons for using this distress scale that we talked about in lesson 2 is so that you can actually know that you are making progress, whether it's a couple of points at a time or completely. Because otherwise this can work so well that you'll say tapping doesn't work, even though it's completely eliminated a problem for you. I've had this happen many times, and almost every practitioner of EFT has seen this. So please trust me, make sure you figure out your distress levels and then take great joy as you see them actually coming down. The next thing that we took a look at was, how do I go inside? How do I go inside and see if there are any other issues? Again, your system, once you start to release things, is actually going to bring other things up. It's like it's established a trust level. It's like when you see those scared puppies hidden under a vehicle on YouTube, and then somebody draws it out carefully, and it takes a while for it to come out, but then it starts to lick and it gets healthy again. In the same way, you may bring up new issues that are going on in your life that you've never addressed. And if you do, the secret is to listen to them and then to tap them out as carefully as you can. If it's a memory, it would be even though I have this memory of, and away you go through it. If it becomes a physical pain, like a shoulder pain, you would tap through, even though I have this shoulder pain. And you would tap that out, and again, going down from whatever level it is to a lower level. And I'm going to add in a little something special here. It's called chasing pain. Sometimes, if you get a pain here, it'll disappear, and you need to go back inside and listen again, because it may move to the other side, or it may move to a knee or a hip. It can be a little funny that way, because physical pain often operates a little differently emotionally than other pains. So be very careful to listen, if I can use that word, to the emotions or the pains that you're feeling in your body, and tap out each one individually. And then we also talked about what to do if you're on a Zoom meeting. I won't do it here because it'll be too low. But again, just on the side of your knuckles here, side of your knuckles here, side of your knuckles here, side of your knuckle here, and here. They're kind of like a parallel set of tapping points. And again, if you're in a situation where you can't do the full round of tapping on your head, you may just find that, even though my boss is a jerk, sorry to all the bosses out there, boss is a jerk, boss is a jerk, boss is a jerk. And you'll find that quite often the tension you're feeling starts to go down. Now personally, I found this is quite useful, but I found you may have to do it a bunch of times. So it's not a bad idea, if you're in a tense situation, to just keep tapping on those points. Make sure you get it below the Zoom camera, okay? But let's just tap on those points. And you'll feel relaxed. And then, as I mentioned in the original video, today we want to be able to take the shift from reducing the stresses and the pains that you're feeling right now to finding a way to actually explore, how do I feel more joy, more satisfaction? How do I feel good about what's going on in the world right now? And that's what we're going to head into next. And it's pretty much all based on what we call the choices technique, which I will go through in a moment. But again, as I've said so many times, Don't just sit there watching these videos. Tap along with me. Say the same words along with me if you can, or other words that you want. And by all means, if you do watch this once, then go back and watch it again and tap along with me. Now, I'm going to have everything that I tap along in the workbook, so you will have those as a memory. But it's so important to do this and to get a real sense of how this can work for you. It's not the kind of movies that you should just be watching and saying, oh, I saw this cool thing today. Really involve yourself. And if you have to go through all of these movies again, maybe not this week, but maybe in the week between Christmas and New Year, I think you're going to find that you've discovered an amazing tool for helping your life. Anyway, that's my Christmas goal for you. What I'd like to introduce to expand the scope of your understanding of tapping is what's called the choices technique. The choices technique was developed by Dr. Patricia Carrington, and so again we offer a good deal of thanks to her. One of the things that you learn when you're working with people and when you're working with coaching is that if you give people something new to work towards, there's going to be a natural resistance to it. Even though we've been working on reducing those problems that people have already got, there's an equal, sometimes, or even greater resistance that comes from going in a new direction. And so by introducing the idea of I choose, along with the tapping, we can introduce a new choice that we'd like to make in our life, and we can start to take away some of the residual or underlying resistance that we will have to making that change. It's very clever. So in the way that we do it is this time we're going to take our opposite hand. Last time we were tapping typically with our right hand or dominant hand. Just for fun, we're going to move over to the other hand. That's not essential, but it's a good idea to give it a try. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to say, even though I've got this problem, but then we're going to say, I choose, and then we're going to insert the new choice that we've made for ourselves. So even though life is just terrible, I choose to accept it fully and completely and know that I will thrive. Okay, so that has a whole different feeling to it than simply trying to reduce something that's a problem. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a round of tapping, but again taking the other hand and going, I choose, and then we can add in some reminder phrase or words or all of it if we want. I choose to thrive. I choose thriving. I choose to do well. I choose, etc. Now we're going to go through quite a few rounds of this so you'll get the idea. But again, just to summarize, by choosing and tapping, and we're doing it with our alternative hand just so that we know the difference, you'll find that it actually clears a lot of the blocks that you may have to making choices, whether it's a new goal or a subtle change in your life. And this is how we're going to make a whole bunch of new things so much easier to occur for this Christmas, for COVID, and for next year's financial situation. So let's go with, even though I can't have the family over this Christmas, I choose to have a wonderful Christmas on my own. Even though I can't have the family over for Christmas this year, I choose to have a wonderful Christmas on my own. Even though I can't have the family over this year, I choose to have a wonderful time on my own. Choose to have a wonderful Christmas. Choose to have wonderful on my own. Choose to have a wonderful Christmas. I choose to have a wonderful Christmas on my own. Choose to have a wonderful Christmas. Choose to have a wonderful Christmas. I choose to have a wonderful Christmas on my own. Even though I can't get away for Christmas this year, I choose to remember the very best of Christmases past. Even though I can't get away for Christmas on vacation this year, I choose to have wonderful memories of Christmas past. Even though I can't do my normal Christmas vacation this year, I choose to have wonderful memories from Christmas past. Choose to have wonderful memories. Choose to remember what it was like being a kid. Choose to remember the very best presents I ever got. Choose to remember how surprised I was on Christmas morning. Choose to remember the joy that I felt at various Christmases. Choose to experience the great joy of Christmas. Choose to remember those times that were so special in my life. Choose to remember the best Christmases ever. Even though I can't be with my good friends at this year end, I choose to share good cheer by telephone, by email, or by Facebook, or some way. Even though I can't be directly with my good friends at year end, I choose to send good cheer by email or Facebook or by the telephone. Even though I can't be face to face with my good friends this year, I choose to share good cheer by telephone, by email, or by Facebook with my friends. Choose good cheer. Choose to share good cheer. Choose to share good cheer. Choose to share good cheer. Any way it's possible, I will share good cheer. I choose to share good cheer. I choose to share good cheer. I choose to share good cheer. Even though I will be alone by myself this Christmas, I choose to love, honor, and to cherish myself. Even though I'm going to be alone this Christmas, I choose to love, to honor, and to cherish myself. Even though I'll be alone this Christmas, I choose to love, honor, and cherish myself. Choose to love, choose to honor myself, choose to cherish myself, choose to love myself, choose to honor myself, choose to cherish myself. I choose to love, honor, and cherish myself. I choose to love, honor, and cherish myself. Even though it looks like this Christmas could really suck, I choose to know that it'll make a great story in the future. Even though this Christmas looks like it could really suck, I choose to know it'll make a great story for the Christmas future. Even though this Christmas looks like it could really suck, I choose to accept that it will be one that we remember down the road. Choose to remember that this Christmas could be great. Choose that this will become a great story we will tell in the future. Choose that this is going to be a great Christmas just because it's so different. Choose it's going to be a great Christmas because I'm going to make it so. Choose that this Christmas will be one I will remember for the rest of my life. Choose to accept that not every Christmas is perfect, and boy, we'll be talking about this one for many years to come. Choose to accept that this Christmas is going to be one that I will remember. Yeah, I choose to accept that this Christmas is one that I will remember, and fondly. So yeah, even though I'm really sick of this COVID thing, I choose to be calm and patient until the vaccine arrives for me. Even though I'm really sick of this whole COVID thing, I choose to remain calm and patient until the vaccine arrives for me. Even though this COVID thing is driving me nuts, I choose to remain calm and patient until it arrives for me. Choose to remain calm. Choose to remain patient. Choose to remain calm. Choose to remain patient. Choose to remain calm. Choose to remain patient and calm. Choose to remain calm and patient. Choose to remain calm and patient. Even though I hate being in lockdown, I choose to find excellent ways to use my time at home. Even though I hate lockdown and being stuck at home, I choose to find excellent ways to use my time at home. Even though I don't being locked in my four walls of my house, I choose to find excellent ways to use my time at home. I choose to find excellent ways. Choose to find excellent use of time. Choose to do excellent things with my spare time at home. Choose to find excellent ways to spend time at home. Choose to find projects that have gone undone. I choose to make excellent use of this spare time that I've got at home right now. Choose to make excellent use of time. Choose to make excellent use of time. And then for those of us who feel this whole thing is a hoax and it's bad and it really doesn't mean anything, even though my rights are being violated, I choose to support society and my fellow man by being careful with who I see and careful with what I do. Even though this thing seems like it's out to violate my personal rights, I choose to respect society and my fellow man by choosing where I go and how careful I am when I'm around other people. Even though it seems like my rights have been violated, I choose to respect my fellow man and society by doing what's right and doing things that are right when I'm around other people. I choose to do the right thing. I choose to support the other people who are around me. I choose to support society while it's going through this ugly time. Choose to do the right thing. Choose to keep other people safe. Choose to accept my responsibility for keeping things safe. I choose to be a good citizen. I choose to keep those around me safe. Even though I'm dealing with some really big career issues, I choose to accept that there is a new chapter of life coming, and I embrace the changes. Even though I know that my career is changing, I choose to embrace the changes that are coming as a new chapter of life unfolds for me. Even though I know my career and life is changing right now, I choose to embrace those changes and to know that a new chapter is opening up for me right now. Choose to embrace the new chapter of my life. Choose to embrace the new chapter. Choose to embrace the new chapter that's opening up. Choose to embrace the new chapter. Choose to embrace the new chapter. Choose to embrace the new chapter of life. Choose to embrace the new chapter. Choose to embrace the new chapter of life that's opening up now. And for those particularly in our city, even though it seems like the dynamics of our city is changing forever, I choose to know that there is being born a seed of greater benefit in all of this. Even though it seems like our city is changing forever, I choose to know that there is a seed of greater benefit being born right now. Even though it seems like our city is changing forever, I choose to know that there is a seed of greater benefit being born for us right now. Choose to know there's a seed of greater benefit. Choose to know that all change brings a new benefit. Choose to look for the new benefit. Choose the benefit that is coming. Choose to know there is a benefit in what is happening. Choose to look for the benefit that's unfolding in our city right now. Choose to embrace change and the seeds of benefit that are being born right now. Choose to accept the seeds of benefit that are being built and grown right now. Even though I know that my old job may not be coming back, I choose to know that I can learn new skills and talents and do really well. Even though my old job or role may not be coming back the way that it was, I choose to know that I can learn new skills and talents and do really well. Even though my old job may not be coming back, I choose to know that I can learn new skills and new talents and do really well. Choose to know that I will grow. Choose new skills and talents. Choose to know I can grow. Choose to build new skills and talents. Choose to know I can grow. Choose to know that I will get new skills and talents and I will do well. Choose to know I will do well with new skills and talents. Choose to know that I will do well with new skills and talents. Even though I'm not sure what to do with this economy because I am hurting, I choose to ask for help when I need it. Even though there's some economic conditions that I'm not sure I can deal with, I choose to ask for help when I need it. Even though the economy is still in the pits and I could be in trouble, I choose to ask for help when I need it. choose to ask for help when I need it. I choose to ask for help when I need it. Choose to ask for help when I need it. Choose to ask for help when I need it. Choose help. Choose to ask when I need it. Choose to ask for help when I need it. I choose to ask for help when I need it. Even though life seems to be changing all around me, life, career, people, etc., I choose to adapt quickly and fully to new situations. Even though life seems to be changing around me, life, career, people, I choose to adapt quickly and fully to new situations. Even though my life seems to be changing in so many different ways, I choose to adapt quickly and fully to new situations. Choose to adapt. Adapt quickly and fully. I choose to adapt. Choose to adapt fully. Choose to adapt quickly. Choose to adapt fully and quickly. Adapt to new situations. I choose to adapt fully and quickly to new situations. And so if we can have one final round just to set us off for Christmas, which is going to occur later this week, if you're getting this video this week. Even though this year has been so challenging, I choose to let the real joy of Christmas shine through my life for the next few days. Even though this has been such a challenging year, I choose to allow the joy of Christmas to fill my spirit. Even though this has been such a challenging year, I choose to allow the real joy of Christmas to fill my spirit. Choose Christmas spirit. Choose Christmas spirit. Choose to be filled with Christmas spirit. Choose to be filled with Christmas spirit. I choose to be filled with Christmas spirit. Choose to be filled with the joy of Christmas. Choose to be filled with joy. I choose to be filled with joy. And with that, I wish each and every one of you a truly wonderful Christmas.